Let's be honest, how many jelly rolls do you have in your stash that you've never unrolled, too afraid to unroll them, or don't know what to do with them in general? How many times have you looked at them knowing that you love the fabric inside of them, but you just never can get yourself to actually open up this roll? Now the reality is, guys, there are a bunch of patterns out there to make this even easier, but we just gotta take the initiative to make it happen. So in today's video, I'm gonna show you how you use a jelly roll in many different ways to make many different types of quilt blocks. And in addition to that, give you some tips and tricks on how to use these. Let's get started. So in the video, I'm gonna be using the Emma jelly roll here. Now, the reason why I picked the Emma jelly roll, if I can open it, the reason why I picked the Emma jelly roll is if we look close here, this isn't one of the Tula Pinks or the Quilters or any of those bigger name designers type fabrics. They're not bright, they're not bold. I'm talking just real subtle colors. It works the same with the bright and the fun stuff, but let's just keep it real nice and simple today. You'll notice that all jelly rolls are in color order, meaning I've got my dark blues, and then it'll normally go into your lighter color, so my lighter blues, my greens. Now, look at the gradation of color that I've got going on here. It goes from blues to greens to some creams to some yellows, some pinks, and even some red inside with those pinks there. This gives us a really good outline of what the fabric collection is going to look like. Now, we get to decide what we want to do. A lot of people go looking for patterns without ever looking at the fabric itself. For instance, this particular jelly roll has lots of this light colored, like creamish color. So let's go to the quilt behind me. This is actually a jelly roll friendly quilt. You can see that we're using lots of jelly roll strips here, but look at it in a little bit more detail. You need lots of color for the stars, lots of colors for the sashing, and very, very little amounts of color everywhere else. Now, if you love that pattern, the jelly roll that I have in front of me isn't going to do it. The reason being is because to get the tones and the colors that we need to take out these, we're gonna need to take out these, and we're gonna need to take out these, which is over 30% of our jelly roll. So for instance, if this was all like a Quilter jelly roll and had just tons and tons of color, absolutely something like this would be awesome, right? We'll just throw in some white and call it a day. But that doesn't necessarily mean that this is a bad jelly roll. It simply just means you need to find the right pattern for it. That is going to be using both lights and darks. Let's dive on into just some easy, trendy patterns that you can be using with a jelly roll that you don't need to like buy a pattern, don't need to have to create something, anything like that, just some simple tried and true methods. The first one here, you're gonna grab 2 darks and 1 light. Now I'm going to just sew them together, right sides together, all the way down to end up with like a strip set. So what you're gonna wanna do is sew down from top to bottom here, and on my next strip, I wanna sew the opposite direction. That will help keep everything in a line while we're going, and it will help your machine feed through the material even better. We've made ourselves a nice little strip set here. Actually, before I sew on my third piece, let's just make one of the most tried and true traditional blocks on the planet, okay? This is just 2.5 inch strips. Now I'm gonna cut them now. I'm gonna like true up my edge here to get rid of that selvage. I'm gonna cut 2 of these off of here. I'm gonna cut here. I've got 2.5 inch strips that we're sewing together this way. Now I've cut them in this direction. I'm simply going to turn one around and sew those guys back together, which is the classic 4-patch quilt block. Just like that, we got a little 4-patch quilt square or quilt block. Now, you do this mix matching all your different colors, you're gonna end up with a beautiful quilt with all these little blocks here. You're gonna sash all the way around them in white. So you have floating squares, that's the name of the block. So all you do is you sash this with either a 2-inch strip or a 2.5 inch strip all the way around. When you put them both together, they all look like these blocks are floating in the air. Super, super cool block, super easy to do. You guys saw how fast that was. 2 strips, as long as you have enough lights and darks, it's gonna work out beautifully. Now, if you wanna keep going, I'm gonna go ahead and sew on my 3rd strip now. I'm gonna do pretty much the exact same thing I just did, except I'm gonna cut this as like a 6.5 inch square. And this actually is a complete quilt block, right? This is your rail fence quilt block. Has a bunch of different names, but the one that most people know is rail fence. It's easy, simple. You put one this direction, so on and so forth, mix and match all your colors, you got yourself a beautiful rail fence quilt. And because it is a jelly roll, it will automatically match with everything else in the collection, simply because it's all built by the same designer and by the same company. You could easily make a rail fence quilt using your jelly roll, and it's gonna look amazing every single time. All you wanna do is change around your values as much as you can, and put some here, put some there, and in the end, it's gonna be a beautiful rail fence. So we've already covered 2, classic 4-patch. You got your rail fence. Let's modernize this rail fence just a little bit more. Let's turn this into more of a snowball edge or square in a square. I need to get the look of this, the shape of this, to be turned, okay? Now, the way that I do this is using the snowball method. There are 2 blocks with the snowball method. If I snowball off both sides here, it has a bunch of different names, candy cane, 3, 4, 5, different names to it. But essentially speaking, you turn this into something that you can chevron a little bit. It turns it more into like a half square triangle without actually turning into a half square triangle. I want to snowball off all 4 of them to give me a completely different look. So for this right here, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off a 3.5 inch strip of white and turn them into 3.5 inch squares. Essentially speaking, I'm gonna throw these down like this. So corner to corner. I'm gonna do that all the way around, all 4 sides. And then I'm gonna chop that off to snowball off the edge. Snowballed one edge, I'm gonna snowball off the other edge. So let's look at the quilt block. You can kind of see how it gives it that candy cane look. If you make 4 of these, you go ahead and turn it into the X. Fun fact. I probably need to do that. So right here, got the chevron, and everyone talks about this as the running chevron. Super simple. Also the XO quilt, right? Got the X, and then you need the O. All the same quilt blocks so far, and I haven't left 3 strips of fabric, right? Now let's just do square and a square. So I've just snowballed all the way around this, okay? Snowballed all the way around this. Press to the dark side. Check that thing out. So I've got the square in the square, and I still have not left 3 strips of fabric, okay? This works with all the jelly rolls that you have in your stash. It's still the same method. Keeping on the same train with this exact method of 3 strips, I'm gonna show you one more. I need a 6.5 inch square of white. I'm gonna put them right sides together, and I'm gonna treat this exactly like a half square triangle. Identically the same. I'm gonna draw a corner to corner if you need it. So I gone ahead and marked my diagonal. I'm gonna sew 1/4 inch seam away from both sides. And I've just done a classic half square triangle. However, I'm using 3 other pieces of fabric than what you normally have. Actually 2 other pieces of fabric than what you normally have, because I've sewn it into a rail fence first. We've just now changed this into a half square triangle. The exact same block that we've been working with this entire time changed into a half square triangle. I can think off just the top of my head 20 more quilt patterns that take half square triangles. Now it's just a little bit more interesting of a quilt block. They will all go perfectly together because it's a jelly roll. We don't need to go off and find these amazing patterns that take just 5 pieces of my jelly roll, or just take some of them, I'm gonna have to go get more. You can simply just make a repetitive block quilt, and one of my most favorite ones is the square in the square. You can make some of the most impressive, stunning, beautiful quilts simply because you loved the jelly roll. We always forget that most of the story when it comes to the actual quilt itself comes from the colors, the patterns, and what was in the original designs. That's what you fell in love with. Way before you ever bought the pattern, you fell in love with that fabric. Now I'm gonna throw us back to this quilt behind me. People look at this and they say, wow, that's a beautiful quilt. If the quilt wasn't red, white, and blue, would we still have the same opinion? What if this was just a 2-tone quilt? What if everything was, white and red? It would get muddy, it wouldn't look as good. There's a reason why we're attracted to this. It's because of the fabric, and it's the fabric that you chose so long ago with that jelly roll. So this is my invitation to all you guys. Pull those jelly rolls out. You don't need to make a hard, complex quilt to enjoy your amazing jelly roll. We'll have these beautiful quilts that are, paper pieced, or we have these beautiful quilts that take hundreds of hours to make, and yet the ones that always get the comments are the quilts that have blocks that look just like this. It's the simple ones that people love and enjoy. So I hope this inspires you guys to crack open up the jelly roll, try something new, follow along for any one of these and make a bunch of them and just enjoy and love the process of the jelly roll. Now, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and don't be afraid to share it with your friends. On top of that, let us know down in the description if you enjoy these types of videos. I can think of 20 more patterns that we could do with just a jelly roll and nothing more other than a little bit of background fabric that will just continuously increase your knowledge of what you can do with these. And if you want to see a video like that, make sure you hit the like button and also comment down below what you would like to see, because we're happy to make these videos. Also, while you're down there, check out the description box. You can click on soyaquilting.com from there and check out some of the amazing fabrics that we have. And if you need to pick yourself up one more jelly roll that you're actually going to use, right, make sure you check out soyaquilting.com for all your quilting and sewing needs. And with that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.